Your abode is both comfortable and homely, and the decor within and without is most rich in style. It exudes the fine tastes of its host. For inviting me here, you have my sincerest gratitude. Your concern is most touching. Fret not, for I am enjoying myself. Every conceivable need is met here, a testament to the host's meticulous thoughtfulness. Hardly. I came here empty-handed, bearing not even a gift. But you treated me to dishes you prepared, and so I offered you sincere compliments in return. It's only polite. But aside from this desire, born out of mere curiosity, all my other material needs are met. You are much too kind. If you truly wished for me to nitpick, then I suppose I might offer some critical suggestions regarding the allocation of accommodations here. If convenient, perhaps I could request for a room that is quieter and in a more secluded spot. Accustomed as I am to living alone in a cemetery for many years, a gloomy environment is in fact more comfortable for me.
This place is great. So quiet and serene, like nothing could ever threaten the peace. I admire what you've accomplished here, traveler. I hope Natlan enjoys a similar tranquility one day. It's great! It feels like a vacation spot, almost like the people of the springs. Before I became Pyro Archon, I went to the hot springs all the time. It's the perfect place to unwind and meet people from all walks of life, Outlanders included. But that kind of free time is few and far between these days. I actually prefer to keep busy. Let me put it this way. I'm sure you've invited many friends here in the past, and like me, they've probably walked away with a very positive impression of this place. From the environment to the decorations, you planned out everything down to the smallest detail. Behind everything we see here lies a tremendous amount of work. And you do that work because this is your home, right? Collecting ingredients, crafting furnishings, and planning the layout and design. I'm sure all of that kept you very busy. Exactly. That's how I feel about Natlan. Some bear their responsibilities like a burden, out of a sense of identity or obligation. But I have a vision, and that is what drives me forward. The role of Pyro Archon simply makes it easier for me to fulfill that vision. That comes as no surprise to me. You're someone with a clear set of morals. Through all the trials and tribulations, your resolve never wavered. That conviction is one of the key qualities of a leader. This place, I hope Natlan. Oh, sure. I took some time to walk around this place and came up with a few suggestions. Maybe you'll get some inspiration. From the look on your face, you were hoping for a more casual conversation. That's very valid. My apologies. I can never seem to stop working. Let me guess. They also have high standards for themselves and their surroundings. Of course, not everyone's like that, and I respect other people's choices. So I try to operate without imposing my habits on anyone else. We're all human, which means we're often at the mercy of our emotions. When we get tired or annoyed, we lose focus, and it's hard to be efficient. No matter how urgent or important in that situation, it's better to put the work aside and get some rest. You're not wrong. I used to think some people were just built that way. So conscientious by nature that they just can't tear themselves away from their work. But eventually, I realized it's not a character trait at all, but a reaction that stems from prolonged periods of anxiety and stress. There are many possible factors, Lack of recognition, family issues, disrupted sleep, lack of exercise. I try to ensure that we have enough manpower at our disposal so everyone can afford to take breaks. The shamans from the Masters of the Nightwind can also help relieve stress. Thankfully, I'm quite the workaholic, so even if a lot of people go on break at once, it's all the same to me. Well, that depends on the context. I don't view it as some kind of inherent evil. It's a choice. All I need to know is whether someone is driven by the same vision. Of course, actions speak louder than words in that regard. I can talk with them, offer suggestions, and guide their next steps. There will always be things I don't understand, but as the Pyro Archon, I can still help people find the right path forward. But first and foremost, they have to be willing. And that is not a decision I can make for them. I wouldn't go that far. I just don't want everyone to turn into a workaholic like me. After all, that lifestyle's not for everyone. Plus, it leads to a more relaxed atmosphere, which is better for everyone, don't you think?
Whoa! So you have a giant workshop too? What do you build around here? Oh, you don't have to say if you don't want to. I was just curious. Anyway, thanks for bringing me here. It's great! I got to talk to Tubby for the whole day. Her full name is even harder to remember than the Boom and Blast Kubaki energy cannon. Something to do with rain, I think? I don't get it at all. Oh, right, yeah. Another group that can't be explained in terms of science and mechanics. That seems to be a recurring theme ever since leaving Nutcry. Well, anyway, Toby told me building things here is super easy. All you need is a blueprint. So I decided to get started on my next machine. I had the design schematic, tools, and components all ready to go. But then she said none of it was usable. See? So it's not easy at all. It's nothing like what I'm used to. I guess that means no tinkering for me. Okay, I'm a little sad I won't get to build anything. But as a guest here, I guess it's better not to overstep. But, could we maybe get a crumb cookie maker? Then, at least we'll have something to snack on together.
It's my turn to play the guest, I see. A novel turn of events. I shall follow your lead and play the good visitor. Thank you for inviting me to this realm. This has proved a fine vacation spot. Is a transfer of ownership on the cards by any chance? No need to startle. This is a quiet and secure location, shielded from outside disturbances. It would make for a good backup base. Any object that could solve many problems is worth paying a fair price for. An unfortunate answer, but not an unexpected one. This resembles a home more than it does a base. Let us keep it that way, then. Is something the matter? A fine suggestion. This place is sufficiently large for a family gathering. The children will be glad to have the chance to visit and play at a friend's place. It is agreed, then. As for the costs of this gathering, simply leave it to me. It's my turn to play the guest. I shall follow your lead. That seems agreeable. Is there anything you would like to discuss? The children often say so too. I am not sure what to say to Father, what sort of topic I should go with. I hear such discussions often. In truth, talking to me is not very difficult. I can make conversation on most topics. Ah, It appears you quite enjoyed my choice of desserts for Miss Farina's table. There are many tricks to choosing treats. The key is having a sufficient understanding of everything. The varieties of the treats, their stores of origin, the artisanship of their creators, as well as how they're plated and presented. Each of these factors builds upon the others. Still more intelligence is required if you are making this purchase on the behalf of another. Their personalities, relationships, current situations, and long-held preferences. There is no one-size-fits-all answer. A novice would find it difficult, yes, but experience is cumulative. Start at buying gifts for friends, and go from there. Is there anything else you'd like to ask? But of course, finding common topics and ground are indispensable assets in building interpersonal relations. The work of intelligence gathering merits preparation, but it would be unwise to pin all one's hopes on intel. As such, I try to dabble in as many fields as I can to gain more knowledge. Just the opposite. The more I learn, the more clearly I see how the world operates, and the easier it becomes to lead an elegant life. You must first take care of yourself before caring for others. Knowledge and skill broaden your options. If you have something you wish to share, feel free to come look for me. As long as nothing confidential is involved, I'm sure it will make for a wonderful chat. It's my turn to play the guest. I shall follow your... The weather is good, as is the wind. Let us go for a walk. There are two sights I enjoy more than most. The sea by day, and the skies by night. When I need to think, the former would be my choice. If I am in a good mood, then I will favor the latter. I suppose I could share a story from a long time ago. When I was young, I once had a dream. In it, I stood on a vast plain, with a red moon hanging in the sky. The moon rotated gradually, and as I stared at it, it too watched me silently. I cannot describe what it was like to be the object of its gaze, so filled with death and grief. Or was it? I wish to know as well. But the truth will not simply present itself to me. Perhaps I shall one day witness that dreamscape once more. Or perhaps I never will. Just as you and I may cross blades one day. Or perhaps our relations will remain ever amiable. The allure of the future lies in its uncertainty. Regardless, let us lay our worries aside and enjoy this fine breeze.
Comfortable, yet elegant. Cozy, yet full of life. You managed to achieve a wonderful balance in this space. You must have put a lot of thought into it. Perhaps it's a style all your own. I love it. It feels just like home. I've spent quite a bit of time in other nations, so I'm used to many different aesthetics. But that's not why this place feels so comforting. Perhaps you haven't noticed, but as a well-traveled individual, your wealth of diverse experiences have subconsciously shaped your idea of home. As you decorated this space, those subconscious ideas likely guided your decisions. Almost like a form of inspiration, if you will. Similarly, another area influenced by our subconscious is the wondrous and mystifying realm of our dreams. Oh, that was fast. So what is your interpretation? Chloe, simply put, to a certain extent, this place is a reflection of your hopes and desires, and things we wish for are very likely to appear in our dreams. So, in that sense, this place is like a preview of your dreams, an area that is very familiar to me, of course. If I analyze this place, I bet I could even learn a little secret or two.
Ah, it's you. I've been waiting for the owner to show up. One cannot simply walk around without first obtaining permission. Hello. You may forego the formalities. The weather here always seems to be pleasant.
Hello. Good timing. I have a job that needs doing, and you are the only one who can do it. Just wanted to see how you'd react. Morning. Shall we have breakfast together? I'll have my staff prepare something.
Traveler, you're here! Anything interesting you want to talk about today? Cider Lake never freezes, no matter what time of year it is. The best apple ciders in Mondstadt can only be made using the fresh water from this lake. It really does taste great. Paimon could drink 2 big bottles in a second. Paimon has a special stomach just for tasty drinks.
Solidify!